What made me
Let her talk.
appreciate y'all coming to see me. Now you take your children, Jean's other grandchildren, niece's children, grandchildren, and niece's children. Y'all, them young, they young, and even I think Tiffany the youngest one, except in your stepchild.
Mm-hmm.
They would take time occasionally to come by to see me. That means a lot to me. I mean, more than I can explain.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of time when I was growing up and be in passing houses where I knew what I'd heard people say, somebody say their old person would say by to say, I never thought about stopping in and say hi, and people just that I knew didn't do it.
I hear old people say it all the time when I show up.
And every once in a while,
Hope they do it for me.
my grandchildren,
Mm.
great grandchildren, like you, will come by to see me. Take out time to come by to see me. If they don't do nothing but say, come by, Grandma, hi, how you doing? And that means more than I have words to explain what it means to me. For you to take out the time to come by and see how I'm doing. Just think about me. I used to do a lot of thinking. The Bible said, don't be a hearer only, but be a doer.
Mm.
But see, your children will come by and see me and ask how I'm doing. When I was growing up, I didn't do it. I think about these old people, but I didn't do it. And see, that's the difference.
The
And
many
see,
of the
God
good
will
deeds you
bless
did.
you. God will bless them for doing what they do toward me, because they don't even know themselves what they're doing to me. But God will bless them for taking out the time to spend just to come by and say, hi, Grandma. And it makes me feel good. And I noticed when she got married, and Chad got married, Chuck got married, and I went to I went to your wedding too. And I look around and I see the the family come together. I've learned a lot. I don't do a lot of talking, but I do a lot of watching and seeing things. And nobody knows how I'm taking it. And I've learned a lot, but just seeing how the family would come together. And some of them, I wouldn't know. I try to figure out what they doing in here. But see, when they get married and they get in different families, and then when something like that happens, like somebody marrying or something, then the family come together at the church. And I know this thing like that, and I learn a lot. I know, let's see, I think it was, it might have been when Mark got married. When Mark or Chuck won the first one. Anyhow, I kept seeing these at the marriage when they was eating, sitting around the table, and some of these people was white. And I got to looking at that, and after they eat, some of the younger people like her and under her come up and, hi, Grandma, white woman, but they done got mixed up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they would be there, and I try to figure out where they and how all that come about. But see, this is something that's been going on ever since in the beginning. I said there, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but in the beginning, this ain't nothing just started.
Mm-hmm.
This has always been.
Right.
And so stuff like that means so much to me. I think about a lot of times when she had Chuck, I thought he was the cutest thing. And she come out to Apex to see me with that baby. And I thought he was so pretty. Well, at that time, see, I didn't have nobody but you Denise and Darlene and Pumpkin, and I wasn't as close to Pumpkin as I could have been because Larry and them were crazy enough to think that I would try to take Pumpkin, and I had Anna Pearl and Ree and
I remember that too.
Darlene and Larry and them. Larry didn't have no children, the one that raised Pumpkin. And she thought I'd be want him too. I said, what in the world she think I want him? I loved him, but I didn't want him. I had a house full.
Right.
And so you see how Pumpkin have turned out. Anna Pearl, I talked to her last night.
Wow.
And she was telling me how
Volumes.
Pumpkin was doing. But ain't a night I lay down before I don't pray for my whole entire family. My children, grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. And I call the parents by name. And
Because
their children.
Those are the kind of questions I want to ask her. I want to ask her.
And so
I got a few things I want to ask